Welcome to part 2 of research paper. So, we will look at an example of an introduction. For hundreds of years, natural disasters have affected our planet, varying in type, in size, in quantity, and in severity. However, these have been getting worse and worse throughout the years. More specifically, flooding has been a big problem, especially since it can be brought on by other natural disasters. Floods have been getting more frequent. They are causing more damages, they are affecting the earth, and humans are to blame. So if we narrow this down, we do have the funnel shape where we have natural disasters. So we have vague, and then we're getting more specific, flooding, and then we have our thesis statement here that says that floods have been getting more frequent, they are causing more damages, and they are affecting us, and we are to blame. So I know that this essay will be talking about that. Not a bad effort. Let's look at another one. These are real samples, by the way, student samples. Art is a form of expression used by some people to show a side of themselves that would not otherwise be demonstrated. Naturally, art creators vary in styles and tastes. They follow very distinct paths. A plethora of people think that art cannot be taught, but it can be introduced and seen as its own creation. The work of each individual artist is different, and it is truly incredible to see the art differ from one person to another. So, general art. Then I'm getting more specific. I know I'm going to talk about how artists follow distinct paths. And then if I look at my thesis statement, I have the idea that the art differs from one person to another. So once again, I'm not questioning, I'm going to be proving that art differs from one person to another. So your first task, of course, will be to choose a topic. Develop a focus. What will you study? What will you prove about this topic? Start thinking about a question that you will answer in your thesis statement. That will be placed at the end of your intro. Complete an outline for your research paper. Can you accomplish this task without the help of the tools at your disposal? No, you should. Remember that this paper was to be done at home. And so use your spell checkers, use the MLE guidelines online, use tips and conclusions and thesis statements. You can use anything. Don't plagiarize, however. Don't copy someone else's work. Here's an example that in class you would have focused on. If you want to, if you're interested in giving this a try, you can pause the video and then you can try to come up with your own thesis statement. So let's say the focus is Canada as a wonderful country. You could brainstorm about what could make up your 3 development paragraphs to prove that Canada is a wonderful country. You could brainstorm writing a thesis statement, and your outline would basically be this, right? So if you're interested, pause the video, give this a try. If not, here's a sample. Title, a little play on word here, O Canada, and here is what an intro could look like. The beautiful country that is today called Canada has been inhabited by its indigenous peoples for thousands of years. So I have a general statement. Known for its multiculturalism in large spaces, Canada offers much in the way of a place to call home. In fact, Canada is one of the best countries in which to live, thanks to its breathtaking landscapes, respect of human rights, and abundance of local heroes. Something's not quite right here, and I don't know if you've noticed. This is a sujet divisé. It is not a thesis statement. So we have kind of part of a thesis statement when we say Canada is one of the best countries, but we followed it with a sujet divisé. And I'm not a big fan of this, especially for your first essay. I would stick to finishing your introduction paragraph with a thesis statement. Here's what an outline for that essay could look like. So first you could first paragraph, you could discuss the landscapes, then you could talk about the human rights, then you could talk about local heroes. So this is kind of what an outline could look like. I'm not looking for specifics because you'll be at the beginning stages of your research. I'm just looking for where do you think this essay is going? And I just need to make sure that I okay it before you go too far and you find yourself lost in the thought. Okay. Conclusions are simple. Overall, Canada is a vibrant country that offers an amazing quality of life. Its awe-inspiring land and proud history are proof of its greatness. Canada will undoubtedly continue to play an important part on the international stage and will remain a role model of the democratic world. Conclusion.